This was the tallest. I had the wind going against me and I just screwed up. The hinge caught rushing. So welcome back to the channel. Maybe the Defender Limited will make it into this video and the John Deere 3046R on the cleanup, but I'm going to take a lot of trees down on the east side of my property. Welcome back. Hope you like the video. Share, subscribe. Thank you. Glass cleaner for my camera lenses, bug spray so my wife thinks I actually use it. Love my wife. Water, go through a couple of those. Mixture of lemonade and iced tea for sugar. Camera case, accessory bag, and some paper towels to clean the lenses. Clear and tinted safety goggles. I'll put those in here. Chest mount, GoPro camera. Gonna try to get a picture video of every tree coming down out of 70 trees. We'll see if I can do that. If I can't do it when I edit this video, if I run out of steam, I give it a try. My hard hat and other accessories are in the back. So this is the east area of my property. If you look around, it has been, the trees have been decimated since I moved here 19 years ago. I built the house and developed the property, decimated the ash borer. Ash borer has decimated the trees. Yeah, in here, maybe 180 to 100 feet along here was brush and smaller samplings, which I spent an afternoon and evening, I don't know if I have a video on it, clearing anywhere from, that looks like a 10-inch tree, some 8s, some more 10s, maybe a 12. I cleared out of the center of this all brush, pricker bushes, and trees smaller than the ones I have to cut down, like this one. Smaller, so I could have cut these down and have a safe getaway around it so I'm not trapped. So this area was cleared out, and I'll show, put it next to it, I almost passed out. Near Exhaustion, I have probably a half hour. I've been on the chainsaw for 3 hours. I probably have a half hour, and then I'm done and I can start loading the small stuff I cut down to the street. Been at it for 3 hours. But leave it to my daughter. She says, isn't your machine air conditioned? Why don't you hop in and cool down? And I thought to myself, first I thought, you know, I don't want to leave it idling. Then I thought, what a really good idea. So I jumped in the machine and I got the air running. She's going to get me a second class of lemonade. And man, it's nice having air conditioning. I feel better already. Thank you. A mess, don't I? You can see the trees in here. Now I bet you between saplings and the larger trees, I cut down 100 trees in here one afternoon. And a lot of them were small. There's some 2 inches down there. So I cleared these trees. The small ones were dying or dead or gonna die or junk trees. I cleared this all out so I could come in here and do a mass cutting. I did a rough count and I think I missed some trees. There's 30 to 35 trees in here that I have to cut. I'm gonna try to get everyone on video. Not the whole thing, just I like watching the trees drop in slow motion. Be an interesting video maybe. I'm not a logging expert, so again, don't do everything I do. This tree is interesting. I think this is a combination of the ash borer, but I think this is also maybe termites got in here. Multiple holes. This one's tall and it's windy. Let's try dropping that one before I start cleaning up. And the wind is blowing right against me on it. Oh, it's going to be a tough one. Not where I wanted to go, but so I decided to cut down some more trees in an area where I wanted that tall tree with the forked top to fall. And I didn't show the video, I didn't show a clip of where I'm dicing up into 6 to 8 foot sections the trees that I've dropped to take to the street with the town. Again, the tractor just does an awesome job in doing this work. Again, I don't think it's overkill. I think it's just right. Maybe a little small for what I need. But I've lost, so I'm clearing the debris up from the trees I've dropped. I'm making a space for that tall tree to fall. You can see the trees blowing around in the background. And you can see that it's not all chainsaw work and tractor work, that I have to get out of the tractor and load that grapple manually. And I've lost 70 pounds and I feel much better. I think I look a little better. But I have more weight to lose, and this is helping me do it. It's also helping me with arthritis in my knees and hips. So little time warp speed of the tractor cleaning up the fallen trees and that I've cut up, and does a great job. And again, look at the trees in the background, the wind blowing, and this is a lot of work. It's exhausting. And especially at my age. But I think, you know, I can still do it. I still have it in me to do this work, and it's healthy for me as long as I don't get hurt, and hopefully don't break the tractor. I don't know what to make of this picture, but I tried to keep them away from the tree in case I had a disaster and it goes the wrong way. I think most of you can agree with me that on some days you're doing a project, whether it's working on your ATV or a car or cutting down trees, and everything's going your way and you're building confidence, and then tree goes in a wrong direction, like the previous one I had that went in the woods I pulled out with a Defender. You snap off a bolt in an engine block or an engine head when you're trying to repair a vehicle. Well, I was very confident. I wasn't overly concerned about the tree that I cut down that went into the woods. And I'm cutting down this big tree. I have a drone in the air, 2 cameras going, and I think I'm doing everything right. And I started off with a bad wedge cut that isn't pointed exactly where I wanted, and then a bad back cut, which ends up below my wedge cut. And I'm trying to use wedges to work this tree against the wind, and it's slight leaning backwards towards me, and everything just goes wrong, and this thing twists 90 degrees and does not end up going fully down. Wow, that was a disaster. So this 80-foot tree, which I measured with a drone, is leaning against 3 other rotted trees, and the base of it is wedged against the stump. And what do? Of course, I go for my biggest weapon in my arsenal as my tractor and try to push the base of the tree out from the wedging point of the stump. This is a great perspective. So, 2 things. For those of you who thought my tractor was overkill on my property, please look at the size of this tree compared to the size of my tractor and the other trees around it. And I have probably 3/4 of the weight of this tractor, maybe less, let's say at least half of it, on this tree, trying to push it down with the loader, and has 0 effect whatsoever on the tree. So on my property, my tractor is not overkill. You can see in this video just how small it actually is compared to some of the things I do on my property, and putting the full weight on this tree, which is leaning against 3 dead trees, it just doesn't move it at all. Here's another shot. I had the drone, I just for this tree I put the drone in the air, just thought it'd be a nice shot of it falling on the ground, because I had cleared the area in front of the tree where I wanted it to fall. And things don't work out. I'm fighting the wind, I'm fighting the weight, the back fork of the tree, which is leaning away from where I want it to fall. And it's not good to have a tree hung up like this. It's dangerous. And I don't know whether I can get it down. I believe I have the brain and the equipment and the brawn to get this thing down, but you just don't know. And I don't know, maybe I started to doubt myself a little bit, and you get anxious and just want to get it down. The sounds you're listening to are actually the sounds from my phone recording. I'm controlling the drone with it, recording the sounds in the cab. I thought this might work to pull the base of the tree out with a tractor, and it certainly did not. Please look at the trees that are blowing in the top of the frame. And also you can see the back fork of the upper part of the tree was weighted against where I wanted to drop. And right where the Defender is where I had cleared out a spot for this tree to drop. I thought maybe with a 4,500 pound winch on the Defender I could pull the base of the tree out from being wedged at the base of the tree stump. I don't know why I thought this was work, but I was grasping for straws. Failure. Time to regroup and try the tractor again. Darn straight. We're on our way to victory and getting this tree on the ground. Is the tractor overkill? I don't know. It seemed to be just enough tractor for today's project. And now it's back. I got the tree out from around, locked into the base of the stump, and now the tractor's out to finish the job and put this tree on the ground. Sweating bullets. This camera says 23.43 minutes, and boy, everything went wrong on that. Tall tree, over 70 feet, over 24 inches in diameter at the base, and went the wrong way. Look at this horrible cut, hinge cut, just terrible. Rushing, trying to get it on video, drone in the air. I don't know if you can see it up there. This just went all wrong. I'm going to dice this up and call it a day. You saw all the fall today. This was, I don't know how many I got, 8, 9, I can check on the video. This was the tallest. I had the wind going against me and I just screwed up the hinge cut rushing. So I'm gonna call it a day. I'm gonna cut this up and get it to the street and take a shower and have a cool drink. I'm just worn out. I was doing really well up until this tree. Used everything on this project. My big chainsaw with better job sharpening the chains. I used the Defender Limited for this tree that got hung up, went the wrong way also. So before I bring my tree, give you a look at this. I got a chunk of this done, maybe a third, quarter. If you're cutting trees down, please be careful and learn from my mistakes. This was started off well and then got bad in a hurry. If you ride motorsports, please wear a helmet. Protect yourself, set an example for others. And I hope to see you on the trail. By the way, thank you, Marauders, for coming back to the channel. And hit the like button, subscribe, share, and thank you for watching my videos. And I'd be honored if you subscribed. Thank you.